hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you're watching this video. My name is Asvana Velati, and thank you for joining us at C2C Mentors. So today we are in conversation with Shiva Chauhan, who is a second-year student with Goa Institute of Management, and we are here to congratulate him on getting his placement at one of India's largest telecom companies. In a role that a lot of people would envy, like a department which is basically almost every other person's MBA specialization these days, which is marketing. And we will be deciphering Shiva's journey, and we will ask him questions about what he did, why did he choose this field, and his journey at GIM. So Shiva, to begin with, thank you so much for taking out time and joining us on this platform today. And over to you. Please introduce yourself to our audience and let's see how this goes.
Okay, first of all, thank you to C2C Mentors for having me here. Hello, everyone. My name is Shiva, and I am presently pursuing PGDM at GIM. I'm a second-year student, specializing in marketing. I'm a BTech graduate in information technology with 3 years of work experience in information technology sector. I've worked with Accenture and then S&P Capital IQ. I've also had a short stint at preparation for government services, post which I decided I wanted to do an MBA. So here I am doing my MBA.
So Shiva, you said that you've done your BTech, which is you fall into the GEM category of students that both love doing an MBA and dread it because there is a common perception that अच्छा मैथ्स तो हो जाती है but interviews के time पे बहुत दिक्कत होती है for this particular section of students. So you also said that you were trying for civil services and then you decided to do an MBA. So what was your MBA preparation journey like? Like which exams did you attempt, and what was your journey? Like what was so unique about your MBA preparation?
Okay, so to be honest, my MBA journey was a very surprising element for me because at the very last moment I decided that I wanted to do an MBA. I always had that in my mind, but yes, after my government exam results, I decided no, I want to do an MBA, and hence I pursued. So I did not give CAT, I gave ZAT with not much preparation, but when I entered more into details, I prepared for CMAT, I gave TISS exam, and I also gave SNAP exam.
Okay.
So
Yeah, go ahead. And what was your?
I happened to clear the Tata Institute of Social Sciences Labor Relations course. I also cleared KJ Somaiya XIMB, and through CMAT I went into GIM.
Okay, so you said you chose GIM over TISS and KJ Somaiya, and how did this perception? Because people usually associate Goa with a place or a city that is not very education-y. But Goa Institute of Management has been doing fantastically well, and we've seen them grow year on year, and it's not very common for institutes to grow at the rate that GIM is growing. That means that they are doing something right, and the byproduct of that something right is you sitting here today. So what was your CMAT score like? How much did you get, if you are okay with sharing that?
Yeah, I scored around 98.5 in CMAT, and through that only I came to GIM.
Okay, so that is impressive. So CMAT, like a lot of students don't this is for our viewers. So CMAT is also an exam that is looked very fondly upon by a lot of top B schools in the country. And it is how easy or difficult was it, Shiva, to get through CMAT? What was it like? What was your preparation strategy? What were your weaknesses? What were your strong points? Because at C2C Mentors, we have a lot of students appearing for this exam, enrolled with us, watching our videos. So, just like a heads up, what should they be looking forward to? What should they do? What should they not do? Like a few tips that you would have about that.
So I would want to say that to all the viewers that CMAT is not a very, very tough exam. It is not at the level of CAT. However, it requires speed and a lot of practice. So I did prepare my maths, the quant, and LR and VA sections nicely. That was not very tough nut to crack. The GK section also requires a certain level of preparation, so I did that well. So I was able to score good in all the 4 sections.
Okay, so it wasn't there was no weaker or a stronger section. It was equal for you. So that worked in your favor.
Yes, it did.
Okay, so Shiva, can you tell us about, like, okay, so how easy or difficult was it to convince your family that you're going to go to Goa to study? Did it sit well with them?
Yeah, initially there were certain inhibitions because Goa has its own perception. Not that I think it is very negative, but yes, to be honest, when I was looking for colleges, I did GIM did feature in those top colleges, especially the top tier 2 colleges. But then when I did a little bit of more research, asked my peers and certain seniors, they told me about how good the college is, how good the pedagogy is, and how good the opportunities are there, especially for marketing. So I tried to compare that with the other colleges, and I eventually realized, GIM is the right choice. So yeah.
So you said that you contacted a lot of your peers and your seniors.
Yeah.
So that means that there must have been a lot of alumni interaction also. So I mean, again, this is for you to say, because a college is as good as its last batch of students that have passed out. So that an MBA is more about, like, networking and peer-to-peer connection. So
Yeah.
as an aspirant, how easy was it for you to reach out to the alumni of GIM, who, like, how easy or difficult was it for them to, like, for you to reach out to them and them helping you in your journey? Was there any important, like, role to play there?
Yes, of course. I mean, I reached out to them. They were very easy to communicate with, and they were very helpful in terms of telling me the right choices to be made while I'm pursuing my MBA, and what things to do and what not to do. So yeah, it was easy to get in touch with them and get a lot of help from them.
How much of what they said to you about the college was true? How much of it was them trying to sell the college to you, and how much of it was you, like, how much of, like, what was the expectation versus reality when you did get into GIM?
I think it matched almost 80-90% because they did tell me the right things, the right side of the story, and what subjects to focus on and how to go about the placements. What are the essentials that are required, essential things to focus on while preparing for the placements, and how to go about summer internships. So yeah, most of it really matched. Yes, there is an element of subjectivity that is mostly because of my own self.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, that is fair, no? Because what you may like may not necessarily be someone else's cup of tea. So that is absolutely understandable. So we have seen this year that GIM's placement figures have skyrocketed, and there was a whopping 55 lakh per annum package offered, and all, like, at a major firm. And you have also been placed, I believe, at Geo,
Right.
and you are going to be doing marketing with them. So as a BTech student, marketing in a telecom company, uh, was this a planned move, or did you chance upon this? And how did you, like, how is your technology going to affect your business side of the job role that you have now, and what role does GIM have to play in this?
Okay, so to answer that question, I think it is a mixture of both the elements, certain level of luck and some element of my previous job experience, because I worked with Accenture and I worked in a project that involved telecom sector. So I had some insights on how telecom sector works, which was very handy in my Geo interview. Also, the GIM role is very significant in that because I've learned a lot of concept. I've gained a lot of conceptual knowledge here, and in terms of interview preparation, the amount of support that I received from the PlaceCom of GIM, that was also very immense. So all of that played a very important role. As far as the my role is concerned, it is product manager role. So I think it would definitely require some element of technical knowledge, which I am bracing myself for. Yeah, so that is more about it.
So, like, you have done your BTech, basically engineering. You did your MBA. In the middle, you tried your hands at, like, giving exams, other exams. You gave a couple of MBA exams. A lot of times, students, especially those who are giving entrance exams, uh, always, like, we have this tendency of, like, यार exam क्यों देना पड़ रहा है, सीधा interview क्यों नहीं ले लेते, एक exam के basis पे क्या marks judge कर रहे हैं हमको? How much of that preparation journey for GIM, like, whether it is giving CMAT, whether it is preparing for the GDPI, whether it is actually giving the interview. How much of that has or has not been helpful in your journey is what I want to understand. And I don't mean journey at GIM, I mean your journey throughout as a student and now as a budding professional who's like, I mean, an MBA is the last leg of education for most people. So how, like, the years before doing your 2-year MBA and the duration, I want to understand that comprehensively.
Okay, so while preparing for any entrance exam, we are mostly focused towards the basic elements that are required to clear the exam, which is, of course, the quant, the VA, and the LRs. I don't know if those things are exactly very helpful, but yes, the amount of discipline that you gain while preparing for the examination, that does come in handy, especially because MBA is a very rigorous process, and so you have subjects, a lot of subjects in a semester. So yeah, that was helpful because it was helpful in cultivating certain level of discipline. Apart from that, the journey here is a very different one. So you do an MBA, you start figuring out a lot of things. For example, I was not very clear in terms of whether I want to do an operations major or I want to do a marketing major. So in the first year, the subjects are quite common. I tried all the subjects, tried learning all the concepts in the class, paid a lot of attention, and slowly, gradually, organically, it built that I would want to pursue my MBA, my majors in marketing. So that was helpful in that sense. Yeah.